Okay, if someone not from South Buffalo was going to spend the day here, what would you say that they should do or see, or where should they eat to make it a South Buffalo day?
McDonald's.
Blackthorn.
McDonald's.
Daniels.
Charlie O'Brien's.
Yeah.
Potter's Field. They have good food. Imperial. Definitely Imperial.
Yeah. What else?
What should people do?
Maybe go to like down by the water near like the Peace Bridge and like the waterfront.
In South Buffalo?
Maybe not. I don't know.
What should they
The
do?
thinker.
Hang out with us.
Hang out with us.
We're pretty cool people.
Roam around Cass Park and see all the stuff.
Please.
Trees. I think they should go down McKinley Parkway because that street's super pretty and really nice, and it's like a beautiful street.
Okay, so finish this sentence. Each of you finish the sentence. You know you're from South Buffalo when?
There's a lot of drunk people around.
You know when you're from South Buffalo when? I don't know.
You see
know.
kids walking around the streets.
Yeah.
All over the place.
People hang out at Cass Park. In the park. Yeah.
What's it like to grow up in South Buffalo?
It's fun to grow up in South Buffalo because you can walk to Cass Park in 5 minutes and play on the playground and the swings. In the fall, you can go to the Irish Fest and listen to music and play with friends at the casino. And in the spring, it takes 5 minutes to get to Cass Park and go to the Cass Carnival and go on lots of rides. And I played soccer near the tennis courts, and I can ride my bike right around the corner and be at my friend's house.
So if someone asks where you're from, what do you say?
I say I'm from South Buffalo because I lived here. I never lived anywhere else, and I would never want to. And this is where I was born and where I've been growing.
So what do people think of you when you say you're from South Buffalo?
I think people think that I don't have a lot of money because I live in South Buffalo, but to me, living in South Buffalo is just a regular lifestyle, except for I can walk anywhere pretty much where South Buffalo is.
So finish the sentence for me. You know you're from South Buffalo when?
I know I'm from South Buffalo when I am in Cass Park playing on the playground and the sprinklers, and when I'm walking on the streets of South Buffalo going to Cass Cafe, walking on Abbott and McKinley, and going to the park in the basketball courts and the tennis courts.
So how long have you lived in South Buffalo?
I've lived in South Buffalo my entire life.
What's it like growing up in South Buffalo?
My memories of growing up in South Buffalo were that there were a ton of families around. So there were always people in the neighborhood to play with as kids, and that extended right through high school. Tons of kids around, tons of friends.
So if someone asks you where you're from, what do you say?
South Buffalo.
And if someone doesn't know what that means, how would you describe it?
A certain section of Buffalo that's primarily Irish, although there's a lot of other nationalities, but primarily Irish.
Someone was spending the day in South Buffalo. What do you think they should do, see, go?
They got to make, I would say they should take a walk through Cazenovia Park. They should also, you can visit a number of different places to eat, whether you want to spend a lot or a little, but there's the Slime Line, and there's Mighty Taco, and the Blackthorn if you want to have a nice lunch. And there's also 1,000 corner bars that you could stop by, and pizzerias. There's a pizzeria across the street from every corner bar.
Okay, so finish the sentence. You know you're from South Buffalo when?
I think it would be best put to say, you know you're from South Buffalo when you don't see somebody for 10, 20, 30 years, and the minute you see them again, if they were a friend of yours from South Buffalo, it's as if all that time just melts away and it never existed.
Do you think I'm a South Buffalo girl?
You? Yeah.
Do you?
Yeah, absolutely.
Do you think I'm more or less a South Buffalo girl than Shannon, Alexis?
No.
People that have like lived
No more
here
or
and
less.
same?
Yeah.
Even though I wasn't born here?
Oh, absolutely. Are you kidding me?
Even though I never cheered for the
You were
Shamrocks?
5. Oh, so what? Doesn't matter. You went to Molly McGuire's.
What's it like growing up in South Buffalo?
Growing up in South Buffalo is absolutely incredible. There is lots of good people, and if you go out enough, you will obtain many long-lasting friends over the years.
Why do you identify yourself as from South Buffalo?
Why? Because I take a lot of pride in being from a place that I just feel is so strongly, I don't know, maybe that's a bad word, but strongly good for people to grow up in. That was badly worded, but that's the truth.
Okay, if someone asks where you're from, what do you say?
I say I'm from South Buffalo.
Always?
Always.
So when people hear you say South Buffalo, what's their impression? What do they think?
They're a little iffy at first, but I think most people that may think of it as not such a great place are people that have never experienced the joys.
So if you spend a day in South Buffalo with someone who's never been here before, like what should they do and where should they go?
Well, I'll probably take them on a good tour, show them McKinley, show them Abbott, take them to the park, around the golf course, Kaz Park, nice things like that. Show them the good side.
Okay, so finish the statement. Ready?
All right.
You know you're from South Buffalo when?
When you always have a smile on your face.
So how long have you lived in South Buffalo?
I don't live in South Buffalo.
No,
did I live in
like,
South Buffalo?
yeah.
Did we live in
How long
South
did you
Buffalo?
live in South Buffalo? If you're not currently living in South Buffalo.
20 years.
Yeah, about that. About 20, 25 years.
What was it like growing up around here?
Awesome. Unbelievable.
It was fantastic. Never left the neighborhood. Didn't have to.
We had the time of our lives. It was unbelievable.
So if someone asks you now where you're from, would you say that you're from West Seneca or from Kenmore or Richard Park? Would you still say South Buffalo?
South Buffalo.
I would always say
Always,
originally
and I
from
do.
South Buffalo.
Where you're from? South Buffalo.
It's world renowned. You hear someone on TV that's from South Buffalo, they'll say they're from South Buffalo.
So what is it like to outsiders? How would you explain South Buffalo to them?
A place that it's just an unusual place. Broke the mold.
Unusual? What do you mean by unusual?
Everyone's a character in the whole area.
If someone that wasn't from South Buffalo was going to spend the day here, what do you think that they should do, see, go? They've never been here before.
Area restaurants, you know, of course the Anchor Bar. They want to see Lake Erie. Anything around Buffalo, they want to see. You know, anything.
Okay, so this is the last one. So finish the sentence. You know you're from South Buffalo when?
When you turn your heater on in the morning and the air conditioner on in the afternoon.
When you know how to drink.